Okay, so today I am working with the new Jaclyn Hill palette. The palette, it is super freaking beautiful. Like, I'm so excited to tap into this palette. When I first seen this palette, my initial look idea is to mess with like these brown shades, just because I feel like I do a lot of dramatic looks. So just so you guys know what I'm using to prep my eyelids, I'm gonna take this Maybelline Infallible Concealer, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the P. Louise base. If I can find mine, I can. This is in Rumor 2. Excuse my base, guys. It's very, very dirty. So number one, I feel like this palette, like, I love the colors, but I feel like this palette should have some type of a mirror, just because, like, honestly, when I think almost all of my palettes that are $40 and over, they have a mirror. I just feel like it's time for Morphe to start investing in mirrors, because people are paying so much for these palettes. So, all right, Jaclyn, I'm just gonna pick up next, and I'm gonna pack it all in this area on both eyes. I don't know what look I'm doing. I'm just gonna go with the flow. So the shades are very, very buttery, and that is something I like. Like, they pack on, they don't look patchy packed on, but we are gonna see how the shadows like perform on top of each other. So this is Dance Party, and I'm just packing it at the edge of next. I'm gonna pick up the shade Crazy, and I'm just gonna use that right, like, directly in my crease. It gave it like a plummy, sort of like red but purple. I don't know how to explain it. I like it though. I think I'm satisfied with what I have going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a flat brush. I'm gonna be using my P. Louise base in Rumor shade 2, and I'm just gonna cut my crease. All right, so I'm gonna take the shade Tipsy Girl, and I'm just going to apply it like right in the middle of my eyelid. And I'm gonna take the shade Heart On, and I'm just gonna put it on top of that. Again guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow. I'm gonna take the shade Perfectionist, and I'm just gonna, any area that does not have any of the two shadows I put down, I'm just gonna put Perfectionist there. Okay guys, that's it for my eyes right now. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and do my foundation. I don't really care for primer, so I never really put down primer unless I am going somewhere and I need my makeup to last all day. That is not the case today. I'm gonna be using the NARS Radiant Foundation. If you've been to my channel before, you know this is one of my favorite foundations, and I'm very light-handed with the foundation on my forehead, just because it sometimes comes off as like cakey. It can look very like out there. So I just take whatever foundation is left on the brush. I'm gonna take this L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I told you guys in my last video, I've pretty much been focusing my product in one area, and I do this strictly because I want my face to come off as slimmer. So I want to focus that concealer in the middle of my face, and I don't want to drag it out too much. Okay, so while this concealer dries down, I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty matchstick, if you know, you know, and I'm going to contour my face. And I always blend my contour into like my eyebrow area, just so it's like seamless and there's like no harsh line. You can see I'm like blending my contour up because the whole point is to make my face look snatched and my cheekbones to look high. So I want to drag that product up. That's why I'm blending like that. I feel like lately, every single time I record, my eyes are tearing. I don't know what's happening or why that started to happen. Let your concealer dry down. Let your concealer get a little bit tacky, and I promise you will get a better coverage. So now that my concealer is all blended out and I like the way it looks, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier setting powder and set it right away. I'm gonna take the Black Radiance True Complexion palette in medium to deep, and I'm just going to set my contour. And I'm just using my foundation brush to press in the powder. I don't really dust it away because there's not much to dust away. And I just press it into my skin with whatever foundation brush I was using for that day. I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm gonna pick up Tipsy Girl and Dance Party. And I'm just going to use it along my bottom waterline. So I'm dipping into the Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette, and I'm just gonna pick up these two shades. I'm gonna mix them together, and that's going to be my blush for the day. I'm gonna pick up this shade from the Saharan Blush 2 palette, and this is a highlighter, and I'm just gonna use that as my highlighter today. Alright guys, so once I'm done doing my hair, I will be back.
Okay guys, so unfortunately this is the end of the video. My eye started tearing really bad and ruined my makeup, so I could not do an intro or an outro. However, the shadows in the palette performed amazing. I would definitely suggest you guys picking up this palette. I didn't have a problem with any of the shadows, but that is subjective because I didn't use like the yellows, which is typically harder to like make into a shadow, if that makes sense. But I will keep you guys posted. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.